to another episode of Coffee with the Swifts. It's been a minute. Today's pour is from Baya Baya. It's a coffee shop from the beach that we were just at, and Josh will talk a little bit more about that. It's a specialty coffee. It was processed in yellow honey, and its origin is from the Finca La Martina, Zona de los Santos, and it is a medium roast. And Josh, what are our thoughts on this coffee?
I don't like it, but I want to like it. I feel like it's got the workings to be good. We might have just gotten like a stale batch. I saw them bag it in front of me and it came from a larger bag, so I think it just is an old batch. So it's just not as fresh as some other coffees I've had. Honestly, that's been the biggest issue is even though we're at the main source of coffee, you'd expect it to be the freshest. It seems that people roast it and then just let it sit for several years. It's just, everything doesn't seem like it's that fresh. We did get some coffee from the farmer's market that we immediately knew was fresh because it acted the way that fresh coffee acts, which it bloomed. It had great crema when we made it into espresso. Lots of little attributes that made us realize that this is fresh coffee. This one is kind of bland. I don't know. Here, we'll try it.
Yeah, let's give the tasting notes.
It kind of has like a roasty flavor.
Yeah, a roasted water. Yeah. It just tastes like, I don't know.
It just tastes like very mediocre coffee.
It's not bad. I like it better when it's cold. So if you just leave your coffee out for quite a bit, then you can kind of taste the flavors.
Yeah, it actually tastes better cold for some reason. So I might actually turn it into like a cold brew that we can just sip on, and that'll just save up some time in the morning getting to school, which leads me into school. We want to thank you guys so much for your prayers about if we should extend our language learning. We have decided to do that. We're going to be studying until December, and I think like the first week of December is when we graduate. I think it's the right decision because both of us are like neck deep in Spanish, and it's like this week we've been learning how to ask questions. It's a lot, but it's very good. And I feel like we've been growing so much in our Spanish. Our teachers today, at least my teachers, were saying hey, you feel like you're struggling a lot right now, but you are miles ahead of where you were when you first started. So I feel stupid all the time trying to learn Spanish and trying to speak it, but I am noticing I'm able to have very simple conversations, very broken conversations, but right now I'm hoping in the next week or two I'm going to be able to structure my sentences a little bit better so that I can answer questions a little better and structure them better so that it's more proper and not sounding like a one-year-old. It'll still sound like a one-year-old, but it'll sound like a more articulate one-year-old. At least for me. Rachel's very good, actually.
I don't know about that. Anyways, we also just got back from Puerto Viejo, which is one of the beaches here in Costa Rica. We went with our language learning school, so a bunch of us students all piled in a bus and headed to the beach. We also celebrated our 3rd anniversary there, so we stayed a couple days longer than everybody else.
It was really cool. We got to see sloths and we got to see toucans, and it was just really cool to be able to just relax and enjoy parts of Costa Rica that we didn't know about. And it kind of gave us a fuller picture of what Costa Rica's like, because we talked to a lot of people while we were support raising that were like, oh yeah, I've been to Costa Rica, and they were referring to more like the vacation spots of Costa Rica. And this was definitely more of a vacation spot. And it kind of gave us a more rounded picture of like the differences of Costa Rica and kind of
Yeah,
how
it's very, very tropical. Whereas San Jose is tropical a little bit, but the weather and the climate is just completely different over there.
Yeah, and Puerto Viejo is on the Caribbean side. So it was just interesting because we had never been to that side of the country. And just to like see God's creation with sloths. I've never seen a sloth in the wild. So it was just, sorry, the dogs are
We
going
do have a lot
crazy.
of dogs on our street. Typically at 4 a.m. they like to do this as well. So it's pretty nice. Nice little alarm.
Yeah, just seeing God's creation there was just really awesome. It was cool seeing sloths. I've never seen sloths in the wild, and we saw one like
It was so close.
maybe 10 feet away from us. It was in a tree, a palm tree right above us, and then it moved to another tree. It was crazy seeing wildlife that close, and toucans like 5 feet away from us. Like, just amazing stuff. And I don't know, it was really refreshing, and it was cool too on our drive back seeing there was a lady on the bus that wasn't feeling well on our drive back, and even though it was inconvenient for us to stop as many times as we did for her, it was cool to see how well Costa Ricans take care of each other, because the people around were handing her their waters and fanning her and helping her and trying to take care of her, and that was just refreshing. Just feeling like humanity is kind of not acting like it should in the last several years, like just feeling like people aren't taking care of each other and society is just crumbling. Like that was a good refresher to see, like just strangers taking care of someone that wasn't doing well. So
at the end of this month, which is in about a week, we're going to be starting serving with the ministries that we originally came to Costa Rica to help serve. Because we're still in language school, we are going to start serving part-time with our ministries. And then after we graduate in December, we'll start working more full-time with the ministries.
yeah, we're pretty excited about it, and it's just trying to figure out all the logistics of everything. But what's good is we are now in a rhythm with language school, that it's no longer something that is super duper crazy trying to figure that out, plus our living situation, plus all the different things that we're trying to figure out moving to a new place. But we've got more of a rhythm now going, and so this is another thing we can now add to our schedule is serving. And so it's not going to be at the full capacity that we want to yet, but we're excited that in January we're going to be able to launch full time into it. So, and we'll have this season to kind of acclimate to that as well. So I don't know, it's exciting. So prayer requests.
That God would just lead and guide us as we start serving both the ministries. Just prayers for unity during that time. And just an understanding while we're still trying to figure out the language part.
Yeah, I think that would be a big prayer request, is just that there's a good transition into that. So, and prayers for somebody to train up. We are in the process with ProMeta to try and find someone to train up for the video department, and that's a huge prayer request. So prayers that we find the right person. We're going to be starting interviews hopefully soon. So just prayers that we have the right candidates for that, and that we get the right person. So prayers for all these things. And anything else?
I don't think so. Thank you so much for all your support and encouragement.
Oof.